All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me. Right. So, good evening, Athat, Chetan, Parvati, Pranav. Right. Naren, Ishrita. Good evening. Chetna, Ruchi, Ganesh, Pritesh, Vinay, Sri Lakshmi, Sneha, Kalpa, Tejas, Raksha, Ravi. Good evening, Adesh. Yes. Good evening, guys. I hope you are able to hear me. I hope you are able to see my screen clearly. And I hope you guys are doing really well. Good evening, Abhishek, H, Monisha, Aishwarya, Rakshita, Vasavraj. Good evening, guys. Sanjana. Yeah. Adesh, you can call. I'll message you, Adesh, when you can call. Right? Chalo. So, yeah. So, you can see there are some legendary students who generally do like this. Right? So, syllabus of the exam, please. Oh my God. This is another legend. Angel, beta exam syllabus have been messaged on WhatsApp group so many times. And exam syllabus have been told by me so many times in class. Huh? Of course, no, Abhishek. So, okay. So, since you have asked, your syllabus is first 5 chapters in chemistry. Chemistry UT syllabus is first 5 chapters. Right? So, first 5 chapters for chemistry is the UT syllabus. Right? That means solid state, solutions, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, surface chemistry. What you should prepare, many of you have asked for blueprint. Blueprint is quite simple. From every chapter, there is a 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 3 mark question, 5 mark question. From every chapter, there is one question in every section. Right? Correct? So from every chapter, there is a question from each and every section, in each and every section, from every chapter. That is the blueprint. That's what I can say. Some of you have asked for important questions. All important questions of these 5 chapters I have already taught in class. Right? I have clearly told this will come for 3 marks. In class, I have done this many times. So do that. Right? Apart from that, if you really want to do something in boards module, you have in the end of every chapter previous year questions. Solve this much. PYQs. Solve this much. Per chapter, there are hardly 15-20 questions. So if you can do that, that means total you have to prepare is 60-75 questions. In this, many of them will be repeated. So you do this much, it's more than enough. If you do this much, it is more than enough. You can score out of out. I can't tell you anything easier than this. So this is my blueprint for the exam. Okay? So if you want to refer something else, you can do that. But this is a minimum everyone should do. Right? I hope. Is there theory? Of course, there is theory. The paper will have 80% theory only. Numericals are hardly 20-25% according to PU board norms. Numericals are hardly 20-25%. Majority of the paper is theory only. Right? That will be informed to you, Pritesh. Don't worry. And date of exam is already announced, Angel. It is 14th and 15th. It is 14th and 15th. Why there is no study holidays? Because study holidays may students sit at home and read peacefully. You are already sitting in home. So why do you need study holidays? Correct? Beta, there is right now, till now, there is no removed syllabus, Pratham. If you are referring something, as I have already verified, there is no removed syllabus. Only CBSE has removed the syllabus. PUC Karnataka, there is no removed syllabus. I already saw that. 11th में they have sent, second year में they haven't sent. ठीक है? So don't go to hypothesis. Karnataka government has not sent the reduced syllabus yet. That's what I'm clearly telling you. ठीक है? चलो. So I think I have answered many doubts regarding UT. Whoever had asked, I think I have tried to answer most of them. And I hope meanwhile everybody has joined. Rohan, it might not happen as you are saying. It might get postponed. You never know. Right. So I think we don't have boards module. Hina, board modules is uploaded along with your notes on the Google Drive. Right, Hina? So boards module is uploaded on the Google Drive. Right. For first 6 chapters it is uploaded. We are giving you only 5 chapters in syllabus. Right. I hope it is clear to everyone. Right. Then when Karnataka board students do without knowing the syllabus, Karnataka board students should prepare whatever we are teaching you, because we are teaching you everything which is important only. We are not teaching you anything ridiculous. Okay? So we are teaching you only those things which are relevant for exam. And the chapters which we are teaching are not less important chapters. They will not get omitted from syllabus. Don't worry. Right? They will never get omitted from syllabus. Yes. How many marks test? Same, 35 marks. PU board norms. 35 marks. Rohan, I already said you, beta, it may not happen as you are thinking. That will be informed to you, Angel. Colleges are reopening. There is no update from the government. Most likely October. Most likely October, Keith. Don't ask how exams are going to be conducted. That will be informed to you. Right. Chalo. Let's move ahead. Yes. Let's move ahead. Will these marks be considered? Of course. Why they will not be considered? Then why are we doing the exam? Right? If this has not to be considered, why are we doing the exam? Yeah. This is the last lecture on haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now I am going to stop this responding to this chat. I'm going to start the class right away, right now. Right? Chalo, let's move ahead. Too much question answer Q&A section. Yeah. Now, if you see, can you guys recall what we were studying last class? We didn't study much. Still, can you recall what we were studying last class? Though we didn't study much, but still, can you recall what we were studying last class? Yes, Pritish, very good. Kishore, Pooja. So we were discussing some special reactions in which we have discussed about what? We have discussed about Woods reaction, Woods fatigue reaction, fatigue reaction. Correct? These were the few reactions we had discussed. Right? So apart from these, I would say we don't have any other special reaction. We have Wittig reaction. Wittig reaction is not relevant for your boards and CET exams. It's relevant only for JEE Advanced. We'll do it in an advanced class. Right? Now, let's move ahead and discuss some more reactions. Let's start with the recall test first. We had also, before I go to the recall test, let me recall. Or else before that, let me teach you this. Right? Let me teach you this. So we had already discussed in this that we said chlorobenzene, we said aryl halides give 2 types of reaction. What are those? What are the reactions given by aryl halides? Aryl halides gives electrophilic substitution reaction and nucleophilic substitution reaction. We had started electrophilic substitution reaction and said that electrophile, what are electrophiles? Electron deficient species which may carry positive charge. So electrophiles, where do these electrophiles attack? Where do these electrophiles attack? For chlorobenzene, they attack at ortho position or para position. So why they attack ortho and para position? What was the reason we had given? Why they attack at ortho and para position? What was the reason we had given? Yes, because if you do the resonance of lone pair of chlorine, right? So if you do the resonance, what do you observe? You observe a negative charge at ortho and para position, right? Since we get a negative charge at ortho and para position, therefore electrophile gets attached at ortho and para position, right? This is what we had studied. So due to resonance, ortho para gets a positive charge. Now we already know all the electrophilic substitution reaction. We will summarize this, then we'll go to today's recall test. So what are the different types of reaction? We already know all this. So let us summarize this. If I take benzene, let us say, correct? So if I take a chlorobenzene, for instance, and I react it with, right? I react it with, let us say, chlorine or any halogen. First reaction is halogenation reaction. First reaction is halogenation reaction. So if I'm doing a halogenation reaction, so halogenation may you have X2 in anhydrous AlX3, right? So electrophile will go to which position? So what is your electrophile in halogenation reaction? This is a CET question. What is your electrophile in halogenation reaction? Anyone? What is your electrophile in this reaction? Electrophile would be X plus E. Athar, how can it be aluminum? Your electrophile generated in halogenation reaction is X plus, where your X can be usually chlorine and bromine, correct? So what will you get as product? At ortho position, you will have halogen, and at para position also you'll have halogen, and at para position also you'll have halogen. Right? So you'll get both the products, ortho and para. Generally, what is the major product, ortho or para? Generally, what is the major product, ortho or para? Major product generally is para. Why para is the major product generally? Why? Like, what is the reason why we say para is our major product? The simple reason is, at ortho position, the two groups will face steric repulsion. The repulsion between the two groups make the ortho product unstable. That's the reason your major product is para, because when the two groups are at para position, they are far away from each other. So the repulsion between them will be minimum. Please remember this. This is very important. Now, next thing. If you take the next reaction, and our next reaction is again, as I said, nitration. Right? So what do we take in nitration reaction? We take concentrated HNO3, right, plus concentrated H2SO4. We take these two things, right? So in this case, what is our product? We will get electrophile is what? What is your electrophile in nitration reaction? What is your electrophile in nitration reaction, guys? All of this has been done in first year. You should know this. What is our electrophile in nitration reaction? This is important for boards also. No Vidya, HNO3 is the reagent. What electrophile do you get after the reaction? Everybody is putting tukkas. Anna? I don't know what is tukka called in Kannada. I forgot. A say some word is there for that. Some word is there from A. So you will get NO2 plus ion, right? That is Azmas, correct. So you will get a NO2 plus ion, that is nitronium ion, right? You will get a nitronium ion. So the nitronium ion which you get here is you'll get at ortho nitro chlorobenzene. Then you'll get a para nitro chlorobenzene. Correct? Right. So we got these two things. We got these two things. Now the next thing is sulfonation. Sulfonation. Again, para product will be major. Your ortho will be major product only if there is a possibility of hydrogen bonding. If there is no possibility of hydrogen bonding, then your always major product will be para. Okay? Now, if you do sulfonation reaction, what is the reagent we use in sulfonation reaction? Concentrated H2SO4. Right? And what is our electrophile generated in this? Yes, very good, Rahul. Work. You guys are awesome. SO3H is our electrophile, or you can say SO3 is also fine. Both are correct. So if you take this chlorobenzene, ortho position pe you'll get SO3H, or para position pe you'll get SO3H. You'll get these two products: orthochlorosulfonic acid or parachlorosulfonic acid. And again, your major product is para, right? Repulsion at ortho is the reason. Now, if you take the last set of reaction, which is Friedel-Crafts reactions. So if you take the Friedel-Crafts reactions, so what do we study in Friedel-Crafts reaction? Again, two things we study. So Friedel-Crafts reaction will take first Friedel-Crafts alkylation. First, let us take Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So what is Friedel-Crafts alkylation? We would say, what is our reagent here? Alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlX3. So what is our electrophile in this case? Our electrophile in this case is R plus carbocation. And remember, carbocation undergoes rearrangement. That's why if you try to do the reaction with this halide, so you'll get a carbocation electrophile, but this can undergo rearrangement to give you a isopropyl carbocation also, or secondary carbocation also. So you'll get product with this carbocation also, this carbocation also. Both of them will act as electrophile. You'll get more than one product. So in Friedel-Crafts alkylation, you get mixture of product. That's why Friedel-Crafts alkylation is not preferred, right? That's why it is not preferred. So what do we have over here is, you'll get a chlorobenzene, ortho position pe you'll get alkyl group, and para position pe also you'll get a alkyl group. Let me tell you the limitation over here. The limitation of Friedel-Crafts alkylation is rearrangement of carbocation. Rearrangement of carbocation. Right? Again, para is the major product in Friedel-Crafts alkylation also. Let us take the next reaction. So the next reaction we have to take is, our Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation. Right? What is the reagent? Reagent is, instead of Rx, you take RCOX with anhydrous AlCl3. And in anhydrous AlCl3, what is the electrophile we are going to get out of it? The electrophile we get out of it is RCO plus, acylium ion, right? The acylium ion which we will get will act as an electrophile, and our product obtained will be two. What are these? Chlorobenzene, ortho position pe you will get COR, and para position pe you will get COR. COR. R, right? So again, sorry, para product. This is again ortho. So we'll get a para pay. We'll get again at para C double bond O R, right? Again, major product is para. Yes, please check all the 5 reactions, and if there is any doubt, please ask me. Please check all the 5 reactions. If there is any doubt, please ask. Please check all the 5 reactions, and if there is any doubt, please ask. I am showing you all the 5 reactions again. Please check if there is any doubt in any of these 5 reactions, please ask. So Chaitra said no. Will ortho become major product for any other electrophile? It can become major product only if your ortho position per hydrogen bonding is possible, Pranav. Otherwise, always you will get major product as para. It was minus R group. If it was a minus R group, yes, you are right. If it was a minus R group, then electrophile would go to meta position. If this group present on benzene is having plus R effect, electrophile goes to orthopara, right? And if the electron group present on benzene is minus R effect, then electrophile goes to meta position, right? I hope it is clear, right? So I think it is clear. So we have finished electrophilic substitution reactions. Let me give you one recall test question today, slightly based on this. I am zooming it out. Please read it carefully. So I'm giving you the options for this. I'll discuss it in the end, Pranav. First, let's finish this topic. This chapter would have been finished on Saturday, but Saturday in the eve of Teachers' Day, you didn't let me teach. Right. So please check this question carefully. Read it carefully, write it in your notebooks and solve. Do not guess. Okay? Do not guess. See this carefully. Write it in your notebooks. It's a very easy question. Let me tell you, it's a very easy question. Just understand the reagents carefully. It's really an easy question. You can easily do it. Okay? You can do it very easily. Come on. Come up with the answer. I think I have started getting some answers also. That's good. Aha, Pritesh. Thoda socho. You should not hurry that much. No, Pranav. Keetan. Yes, Keetan. You're right. Keetan has got the correct answer. Pooja Munyal is also right. I don't know why, Pranav. I have no idea about it. Rakshan, check again. Ronish, Rakshan, check again. Kishore, you also check again. Keertan, Pranav is saying you are in full form. You are answering everything correctly nowadays. You are answering almost everything correctly nowadays. PK, very good. You are right. Just to clarify, PK here stands for Prashant Konareddy. Right? PK stands for Prashant Konareddy. Yes. Monisha, check again. Naren, you should also check again. Ashutosh is right. Keetan, is it really? Keetan? But you did attend classes only there. Keetan, you didn't even attend classes there. Yeah, Hina, I think you... What's your answer, Hina? I didn't get your answer. Sakshi, are you there? I have not got single message from you, Sakshi. Dekho, Sakshi. Sakshi M. I have not got a single reply. Yeah. Chalo, let's see this and end this. Hi Samriddhi, after so many days. Chalo, let's end this on account of 3. This is a, to be honest, this is a class last year's question, hydrocarbons. So I'm going to end it on account of 3, 2, 1. Ta-ta, and we are ending it now. It's a CET level question. To be honest, it's a CET level question. Yeah. So first, he's saying reaction of toluene. So first, all of you should know what is toluene. So toluene is benzene base CH3, right? If you have a CH3 on benzene, it is known as toluene. And if you treat it with chlorine in the presence of catalyst, I told you either you can use AlX3 or you can use FeX3. So if you take FeCl3, then halogenation will take place. Your electrophile will be, since you are using catalyst, Cl+. So CH3 has electron donating group plus the effect. So electron donating group sends the electrophile to ortho and para position, right? And even if you don't know that, you can draw hyperconjugating structures like this. If you draw the hyperconjugating structures, you'll get negative charge at ortho and para position. So CH3 can show hyperconjugation also. If you don't know that, simply you say plus the effect, electron donating group send electrophile to ortho and para position. So what do we get over here? CH3, ortho position you will get Cl, para position also you will get a Cl. Which will be your major product? Para-chlorotoluene will be your major product. PCT. Para-chlorotoluene is your major product, right? Then if you treat it with what? Second, they are saying in the presence of sunlight. Wow, very good. In the presence of sunlight, what will happen? Chlorine in the presence of sunlight, what will happen? All of you studied this reaction many times. Chlorine in the presence of sunlight, free radical mechanism. So chlorine will attack at benzene or the alkane part. Chlorine will attach to benzene or the alkane part. Yes, it will attach to alkane part. We have studied this reaction many times now, first year maybe. So if you treat methane with chlorine in sunlight, HCl is eliminated. Same thing. First, HCl is eliminated, you'll get CH2Cl. Keep doing it. Keep this reaction 3 times. Remove 3 HCl. All 3 hydrogen will be replaced by Cl. And you'll get what? CCl3. You'll get CCl3. That means trichloro. Now, how would you name this compound? You can name this compound as, this would have been methylbenzene. Now this is trichloromethylbenzene because 3 chloro have been added. So trichloromethylbenzene and para-chlorotoluene is the answer. Ortho also you are getting. So you are getting ortho para-chlorotoluene and trichloromethylbenzene. So the correct answer here is D. The correct answer here is D. Right? So I hope it is clear for everyone. I hope it is clear for everyone. Now Pritesh, itna easy question ही wrong होता है if you don't do that properly. If you don't do that properly, itna easy question ही wrong होता है. Right? I would like to say one sentence in Hindi. Right? Being a Hindi as the mother tongue, this feeling is coming to say a statement. इतिहास गवाह है कि बड़े बड़े एग्जाम, इतिहास गवाह है कि बड़े बड़े एग्जाम किसी ने बड़े बड़े क्वेश्चन क्रैक करके सॉल्व करके क्रैक नहीं किए, इजी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके क्रैक किए. ठीक है? सो रिमेंबर दैट इजी क्वेश्चंस का वेटेज इज सेम एज द टफ क्वेश्चन, सो डोंट डू देम रॉन्ग. या व्हाई डोंट CH3 get replaced? How will it get replaced? How will it get replaced? If you have to replace it, you have to break this bond. You'll get a free radical on benzene. Free radical on benzene is not stable. but a free radical on carbon, if you break this bond, Vinayak, a free radical on this carbon will be stabilized by resonance with benzene. So free radical on carbon is stable. So we can remove hydrogen and put Cl by breaking this bond. But free radical on benzene is not stable. Is that clear? Yes? Is that clear, everyone? Yes, everyone. Is that clear? Okay. So I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead. Yes, let's move ahead. Pranav, I will answer it later. Yeah. So I have finished the ESR. This ESR part is over. Now I'm coming to NSR. I'm coming. Yeah. So first thing, if I come to NSR, the first thing I would like to say here is, I had told you something about chlorobenzene. I had told you something about chlorobenzene. Yes, Pranav. I had told you something about chlorobenzene. Whether it will give, if you add OH minus, it will give substitution by which mechanism? SN1 or SN2? What do you think? Chlorobenzene will give substitution by which mechanism? SN1 or SN2? What do you think? What did I tell you? Chlorobenzene will give substitution reaction by SN1 or SN2. What was the answer? Yes, gang, come up with the answer. Are Hari Prakash finally. Ravi Kiran finally. Priyadarshini is right. Oh, Priyadarshini finally right. Pooja, check again. So, among all the answers I have got so far, all are wrong, except Hari Prakash and Priyadarshini. Everybody has answered it wrong. Chetna wrong. Bastan Goda wrong. Gaurav Thakur wrong. Vinayak Hiramat wrong. Everybody is wrong. Chalo, shall I show you something? Saksha is right. Shall I show you something? Aditi Khanes is right. Very good, Aditi. Where are the others? Where are the others? What do you say? It will give SN1 or SN2? Yes, Saksha. Correct. Both are. All toppers are fading away? No. Chalo, let me show you something. I want to show you something. Just a minute, Stay there. I would show you something very magical, very beautiful. Something that is very magical, something that is very beautiful also. Just a moment. I usually say to the students, prepare my notes properly. You'll be able to make majority of the questions in exam. Yes. Can you see this? What did we study here? Guys, all the intelligent people out there, what did we study here? Yes, who were the ones? The moment question is asked, SN1, sir, SN2, no sir, SN1, Am correct? I am thinking of finding a pond nearest to my house. I get a big pond nearest to my house. You know what I'll do? Even if I get a digital pond, it's fine. Unkal Lake, let's say. Even if I get a digital pond, it's fine. I will put all your IDs into that pond. Simple. Then you will enjoy a water class. Right? Technology, new technology. Zarur. Chalo, let's see this. So chlorobenzene neither reacts with SN1. Now at least tell me the reason. Why it does not react with SN1 or SN2? At least tell me the reason. Neither SN1 nor SN2. At least tell me the reason. Be thoda shameful and tell me one reason at least. Why it does not give SN1 and why it does not give SN2? Now Netra, where were you sleeping till now? Netra, where were you sleeping till now? Exception is not the reason, PK. Netra has finally come up with the reason. Yes, Kushal, correct. The reason was because due to resonance, carbon and halogen gets a double bond. And this double bond is difficult to break. The reason was what? Do not give SN1. Let me write, do not give or give slowly. Do not give SN1 or SN2 because of partial double bond character. Because of partial double bond character between carbon and Cl. Correct? This is because, short form of because. Okay? Now, I have written don't give. The ideal word will be either don't give or give very slow. Very slowly. Right? Both are correct. So if you really see, if you treat chlorobenzene with NaOH, at a temperature of 673 Kelvin and at a pressure of nearly 100 atmosphere, let's say, high temperature, high pressure, then only this OH minus will be able to substitute this Cl. So now you can see how much high temperature is required and how much high pressure is required to remove this Cl. And this process is known as Dow's process. This process is known as Dow's process. So what is Dow's process? If you want to substitute chlorobenzene and replace chlorine by OH, you'll get OH here, substituting Cl with OH to get a phenol, right? But to do this, you need to supply high temperature and high pressure. So I would say extreme conditions are required. And these extreme conditions are not very cheap. We need to provide money for it. So that's why it is not a preferred method. Okay? So we say either it don't give substitution reaction or give it very slowly at room temperature. So how can we then substitute this Cl? Then if you want to substitute this Cl, there are two methods. First is SNAR mechanism. Now people think SNAR is very difficult. Let me tell you, CET 2019 question was based on this. CET 2019 question was based on this, SNAR. Okay? So either SNAR or through benzyne. I'll tell you both. Please pay attention. So if I tell you SNAR mechanism, so according to SNAR mechanism, correct, Atharv. So what does SNAR mechanism tell you? Right? Please pay attention. If you take chlorobenzene, right, and you put at ortho or para position, at ortho or para position, if strong electron withdrawing group is present. Strong electron withdrawing group is present. Then, if strong electron withdrawing group is present, then it gives SNAR. Then it gives SNAR, right? That means strong electron withdrawing group, say, what do I mean? Simple words I am telling you, you should have a minus R effect wala group. Strong electron withdrawing groups, I mean minus R effect group, right? So if there is any strong electron withdrawing group, minus R group present at ortho or para position, then it increases the rate of reaction to tremendously high value, right? So how do we know that, right? What is SNAR mechanism? How this reaction takes place? So I'll tell you the mechanism first. So if you take, let us say, First I'll write the reaction here. If I take a fluorobenzene and take NO2 at para, treat it with CuCN, then Cn minus will be able to substitute fluorine easily. At some temperature, I'm not saying nothing is required, only some temperature is required. Cn and you'll get NO2 here. So how this substitution is taking place, what is the mechanism involved in it, right? AR stands for arenes. Arene means benzene, right? Aromatic. Now mechanism may, if I see, it's a two-step mechanism. Just like SN1 or E1, it is a two-step mechanism. Let's see how this operates. So the first step of the mechanism is, if you treat it with, right? Yes, intermediate should be present. If you treat chlorobenzene here, just let us rotate the position of double bonds. Yeah. If you take chlorine here and let me take at ortho position NO2, N double bond O, dative bond O. Right? Now first step में what will happen? First step में, since we have a nucleophile over here, your bond will break like this. Just a minute. Yes. So this pi bond will break like this, right? And if this pi bond breaks like this, what are you going to get? You are going to get a negative charge over here and a positive charge over here. So if you take a nucleophile here, your nucleophile will attack the carbon having a positive charge. So let us take our nucleophile is here. So this nucleophile will attack a carbon having a positive charge. So that what you will get? You will get Cl, and there is a nucleophile present here. Sorry, double bond is broken. This double bond is not there now, right? And you will get a negative charge here, and the negative charge here is extremely stable. You will get a carbon and intermediate. It's very simple. This bond has broken like this. This carbon gets negative charge. Negatively charged nucleophile has attacked the carbon having a positive charge. Simple. Now this carbanion which is formed is highly stable. Why it is highly stable? Because of the resonance with NO2. Right? The negative charge here is stabilized by NO2 group. So that is the reason of taking a strong electron withdrawing group, because it can stabilize your carbanion. So why do we need strong electron withdrawing group? To stabilize our carbanion. Right? Now what happens in step 2? This is step 1. What happens in step 2? In step 2, this carbanion intermediate will come, Cl, nucleophile. Now this had undergone resonance. So you had, just a minute, I had to change the position of double bond. You had this. So if it undergoes resonance, this is negative charge. This bond breaks like this, positive, positive, negative double bond, oxygen negative, right? So you'll get double bond NO minus, dative bond. Now what will happen in next step? Cl will leave. In second step, chlorine will leave as a leaving group. When chlorine leaves, carbon gets a positive charge here. Next carbon should get negative. Therefore, this bond will break like this. So negative charge on this, positive, negative double bond. Nitrogen gets positive, positive, negative double bond. So what you'll get after all the arrow movements, right? You'll get something like this. So you'll get nucleophile here, double bond here, N double bond O, dative bond O. So you have basically substituted your halogen with nucleophile. Now in this, first step is a slow step. It is rate determining step. So if you write the rate of the reaction, rate is proportional to concentration of aryl halide, which is having electron withdrawing group, and it is also dependent upon nucleophile, right? So strong nucleophile will favor SN-AR mechanism. Please check the mechanism carefully. If there is any doubt in this, please ask. I'll take some questions and concepts on this. Is the mechanism important for boards? No. I would not have taught this since there are questions from CET in this. That's why I'm teaching this. CET 2019 they had asked one question on this. That's the reason I'm taking it up. Okay. So order of this reaction will become what? I always recommend you to remember things by order, mechanism. If you don't know the mechanism, you'll forget the reaction very easy, right? So order of the reaction is 2, right? JEE to it is definitely more important. JEE to it is definitely important. JEE advanced maybe questions are there from this topic, right? Any doubt whatsoever on this mechanism, anyone? Please check both the steps. If there is any doubt on this mechanism, please ask. Second step, yes. So once you get the intermediate, then next step means Cl will leave like this, leaving group Cl minus. Carbon gets a positive charge. So this pi bond will break like this, negative. Negative positive, you got a double bond. Then this nitrogen gets positive, oxygen is negative. Positive, negative, double bond. Right? Cl has left, nucleophile is there. Is that clear, Kishore? Second step. Will Cl and nucleophile be present in different planes? No. Yeah, they may be. Depends. It is tetrahedral, so they may be present in different planes. sp3 hybridization. Right? Chalo. Now the question which has asked previously in CET was, anyways, I have kept that question also. So the question is asked in CET was, which of the following is most reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? Option A was chlorobenzene. Then option B was metanitrochlorobenzene. Option C was orthonitrochlorobenzene. Option D was orthoparanitrochlorobenzene. This was the question. So what would be your answer? Hi, Preksha, what is happening with you? Pranav Shivkumar, what is happening with you? Which of the following was most reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction? See, Pritesh, acha. What has happened to you guys? What has happened to you guys? Vivekanand, what has happened to you? Everybody is guessing, so Vivekanand is also guessing. Huh, Vivekanand? Vivekanand is not playing basketball now? Yes. You should play Vivekanand. Alone also. Janvi, Athar are right. Kishore finally is right. Mansi, check again. Chetan is right. Chalo, let me end this. I told you if ortho-para pe electron withdrawing group is present, then it can show SNAR. So here ortho pe electron withdrawing group is present, right? So the negative charge here, carbon ion here, can be stabilized by this. But here more electron withdrawing groups are present. So if there are more electron withdrawing groups, it will stabilize even more. Right? So the correct answer here is D. Right? Because here ortho pe bhi it is present, para pe bhi it is present. Here only you have at ortho. So the correct answer here is D. I told you either ortho or para, even if it is present at one, it is sufficient. If it is present at both, it is best. It is even best. Right? Is this clear, everyone? This was the answer. Correct answer was D. Please check again carefully. If there is any doubt on this, please ask. Yeah, is that clear, everyone? I didn't see D. Now people are saying they didn't see D. Huh? Yes. Pranav. Chalo. Doubts If you have doubts, please ask. I told no, this is CET 2019 question. This is CET 2019 question. Pooja and others, you guys had asked me this question as a doubt. I hope it is clear now. Pooja, Munial and others. Someone else also had asked. Is this clear? Yes. So let's move towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. I told you can take place either through SNR or it can take place through benzyne intermediate also. Right? It can also take place through benzyne intermediate also. Right? So what is benzyne intermediate? Till now you have studied following intermediate. You have studied carbocation, carbanion, free radicals. Now you are studying the fourth intermediate today, that is benzyne. You'll study few more intermediates in future, carbene and nitrene. So we are going to study about benzyne. Benzyne means alkyne of benzene. Alkyne of benzene is benzyne. So let me give you the options. Let me tell you what happens here. So in the first step, we take chlorobenzene, right, and treat it with NaNH2 in liquid ammonia. So what happens? Cl gets substituted by, this was asked in NEET 2017 or 18. NEET 2017 or 18. Direct reaction was asked. 17 or 18. So you'll get NH2 here. Right? So if you see this carefully, it can be asked in CET also. It's very normal reaction. So see, this was only what was asked. If this was reaction was given, what was the product? So this was your product. So if it is given to you, how would you, 2018, correct sir. So how would you solve this? Like how this reaction happens? So what is the mechanism of this reaction? If I had to make this paper, I would have asked, what is the intermediate involved in this reaction? That would have been a better question, right? So if you give me this reaction, the mechanism, how this reaction operates is, please pay attention. So let me write chlorobenzene here. And first step I am taking NH2 minus, NaNH2 is there, so Na plus NH2 minus. So I know NH2 minus is a very good base and Cl is a good leaving group. So Cl will leave like this, Cl minus, carbon will get a positive charge, right? It's a base, it can take H plus. So this next CH bond will break like this, dehydrohalogenation reaction. So H plus will be taken by NH2 minus to form ammonia. This carbon will get a negative charge. Negative and positive will form a new bond here, correct? So if you break this bond like this, NH2 minus takes H plus, so you get something like this. You will get a triple bond here. That means you will get an alkyne of benzene. You will get an alkyne of benzene. This intermediate is known as benzyne intermediate. This intermediate is known as benzyne intermediate. Don't worry about the hybridization, I'll tell you. Just give me 1 minute, I'll tell you its structure also. What happens here, right? Is this clear? This is your benzyne intermediate. Simple. Cl leaves like this, carbon gets positive charge. From next carbon, H plus is lost. Carbon gets negative charge. Positive, negative, double bond. So you'll get a triple bond, right? You'll get a benzyne intermediate. Now, let me give you the next step. What happens in the second step? So second step please see the first step. If there is any doubt in first step, please ask. Then I'll go to the second step. If there is any doubt in the first step, please ask. Sakshi, is it clear to you? There are a lot of Sakshis here. I am asking Sakshi M. Is it clear to you? Chalo, I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead to the next step. The second step is, if you take a benzyne, and you treat it with ammonia. Ammonia is a nucleophile with lone pair. So this extra pi bond or extra double bond which was created will break like this, so that this carbon gets negative charge, this carbon gets positive. So ammonia will come and donate lone pair to carbon having positive charge. So that you'll get something like this. Ammonia has donated lone pair. Since it has donated lone pair, it will get what charge? Positive charge. And there is a negative charge on this carbon. So what will happen in next step? To remove this positive charge, the NH bond will be broken. And this bond will be broken like this. Right? So that H plus is formed. This H plus will be taken by C minus. This H plus will be taken by C minus. So now you'll get NH2, and this has taken H. So basically you have substituted your Cl with NH2. Any doubt in the second step, please ask. Yes, if there is any doubt in the second step, please ask. Yeah. Everyone, is it clear? Is there any doubt in the second step? Please ask. First step is this. Second step is the previous one. Where will this Cl minus go? It will combine with Na plus to form NaCl. Okay? Now coming to this benzene ka structure. If all of you know, benzene has 3 pi bonds. Pi bond is formed by sideways overlap. Let us say this is PX-PX overlap, PX-PX overlap, PX-PX overlap. Correct? If PX-PX overlap is taking place to form 3 pi bond, then this extra pi bond which is formed will be formed by PY-PY, which will be lying horizontal. Right? So this extra pi bond is formed by PY-PY. So basically all pi bonds were like this, PX, 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 like this. So if PX-PX pi bond is already formed, next pi bond will be formed by PY-PY. That is perpendicular. So if PY-PY pi bond is like this, PX-PX pi bond is like this. Right? That means this pi bond is like this. Right? And this pi bond is like this. That means, is this pi bond present in resonance with benzene? Will this pi bond participate in resonance with benzene? Will this pi bond present in resonance with benzene? No, it will not. It will not. So can you say benzene is aromatic? Benzene is still aromatic. Because if benzene takes these 2 pi electrons, it becomes anti-aromatic, which it will not take. It is not participating in resonance. And the hybridization of this carbon will be sp. Obviously, 2 sigma bonds, 2 pi bonds. Right? 2 sigma bonds, 2 pi bonds. Okay? So I hope you remember this. Pi bond is not participating in resonance here. I hope I have taught everything regarding this. I have few questions you can practice. If you take, try to draw the product of these molecules. CS3. Draw the product of these molecules yourself. Acha, one more thing. When you break this, you get a positive charge. Right? When you break this, you get a positive charge. Remember, in this case, you will get a positive charge. Right? If you have a CS3 here or OH here, let us say, I'll give you an example. If you got something like this, you broke it like this, there was a OH here, let us say, and you get a positive charge here. You will never consider the resonance of the functional group present here to decide the stability of carbocation. Only inductive effect is considered. Only inductive effect is considered. Only inductive effect is considered to decide stability. Only inductive effect is considered to decide stability of carbocation. Why? Because just now I told you this pi bond do not participate in resonance. So functional group ka resonance is not applicable here. That's why, for example, if you take, let us say something like this, OR here, and there is a benzene like this. So bond breaks like this, right? So you cannot take its resonance. You have to take only minus I effect. Minus I effect will destabilize the carbocation. So it will not break like this. Rather, it will break like this. Rather, it will break like this. OR, it will break like this. Positive charge will come here. Why? Because negative charge here will be stabilized by minus I effect. So all I am trying to say here is, apply inductive effect to judge the stability of carbon having positive charge. Do not apply resonance here, right? It's very, very important. I'll give you an example of one molecule to be easy for you. If I take these two, so you will do yourself. I'll solve it here. If I take OR here, right, and Cl here. So if you form the benzene, you'll get a benzene like this. OR. Now OR can have plus R effect, it has lone pair. Oxygen is more electron than carbon, so it will have minus I. So it can show either plus R or minus I. We know resonance is greater, but we will not consider resonance in this mechanism. We'll consider only inductive. So now if you break this bond like this, positive charge comes here, minus I effect of OR will destabilize the carbocation. But if you break it like this, negative charge comes here, minus I effect will stabilize the carbocation. That means when you add ammonia to this in second step, this bond will break like this and ammonia will attack at meta position. So your product obtained here will be meta, not ortho. You will not get ortho product, because if you try to form ortho product, positive charge is not stabilized at ortho of OR. Okay? Because of minus I effect of OR. Right? Is this clear, everyone? This is all we need to discuss in this mechanism. Is this clear with everyone? Is this clear with everyone? Is this clear with everyone? Yes. Chalo, good. Now, let me tell you a few things. Some physical properties of aryl halides, only one we have to discuss mainly. We have to discuss only one physical properties. Yes. Right. So first property we have to discuss. Acha. Please repeat why meta position. Obviously pK. pK, think carefully. If I break this bond like this, I get a positive charge here. Right? This group has minus I effect. So minus I effect will destabilize the carbocation here. Therefore, rather than breaking this bond like this, I will break this bond like this, so that negative charge come on this carbon. Minus I effect of this will stabilize the negative charge, carbon ion. Right? Minus electron withdrawing group stabilizes carbon ion. And positive charge will be here. So ammonia can attack this carbon. Right? So rather than forming a carbocation here, it will form a carbocation here. Because carbocation here is unstable due to minus I effect. Distance is less, minus I is more. Yes. Please check it carefully. If there is any doubt, you can ask. I'm moving ahead to the last topic of the day. Yes. Won't it be NH2? Correct. It should be NH2 only. It should be NH2 only. Thank you, Chirag. I hope you have done it. Yes. I'm moving towards it. I hope you have done it. So there are 2-3 physical properties you have to see. Let us see them. Let us see them. So the first one of them is melting point. Melting point. Very important. Melting point. So if you take ortho-dichlorobenzene, this is the only few questions given in textbook. We'll discuss them only. Meta-dichlorobenzene and para-dichlorobenzene. Right? Yes. So order has been the melting point of para is maximum. Let me number it. Ortho 1, 2, 3. Para is maximum for meta. Right? No logical reason here. You have to just remember it. Para maximum, then meta, then ortho. Right? And why para has maximum? Because it is symmetrical. This you can definitely expect 1 mark question in board exam. Since it is symmetrical, we know in solid state we have studied packing in crystal lattice. It is symmetrical, so its closed packing will be tight. So its closed packing or packing efficiency will be high. So its closed packing will be tight. Therefore, high melting point. Right? So that we can't decide CCP or HCP, but I can only say it will have a strong packing. The second and the last property we have to discuss here is dipole moment. We have already done it in chemical bonding. You must have done it in chemical bonding, right? So if you take ortho-dichlorobenzene, meta-dichlorobenzene, para-dichlorobenzene, right? So para-dichlorobenzene mein net dipoles will get cancelled. So chlorine is more electronegative than carbon, so this bond will move towards chlorine. This will move towards chlorine. Opposite direction mein vectors will get cancelled. So mu net here is 0. Right? Here let us say this dipole moment magnitude is mu. This is mu. The angle between these two vectors is 120 degree. So you can find the net resultant by applying the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So if you apply this formula, it will come out to be cos 120 degree. Let me write it here. So mu net will be under root mu square plus 2 mu square 2ab cos 120 degrees minus 1 by 2. So you'll get 2 mu square minus mu square, you'll get mu. So net here is mu. And here angle is 60 degree. So cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So if you keep 1 by 2 here plus, you'll get 3 mu square under root. So which will come outside and become net mu here will be root 3 mu. So maximum dipole moment is for ortho, followed by meta, least is para. Okay? I hope you have done it in chemical bonding. If you have not done it, you can definitely ask. Right. So if you take this carefully, yeah. What about Vivekanand? What are you trying to ask, Vivekanand? Vivekanand, are you trying to ask something? I know my background has changed. Something is happening on itself. Yeah. Vivekanand, 14 September test will happen as usual. I know. 14 September test will happen as usual. Chalo, let's move to our Bhoot session. We are moving to our Bhoot session today. You have the homework as usual. We'll have one doubt solving session. We are done with this. We'll do one advanced class also. One advanced class, one doubt solving session is pending for this. So you have total 5 homework on this. Okay? I will upload it right after the class. You can check it. Okay? Let's start to our Bhoot session. Today's Bhoot session is very important for you. Today's Bhoot session is very important for you actually. Yeah. So here I am sharing the screen. The number of questions are less today. 4 questions only. We have only 4 questions today. Right? The game pin is 9810962. 9810962. 9810962. 9810962. 9810962. Yes. So game pin is 9810962. 9810962. Just a minute. Yes. So I hope all of you have logged in. Guys, I'm going to start it now. If there is anyone, I am Iron Man. Okay. I am Superman. Anyways, if you are Iron Man, you should stay away from Marvels. Marvels will kill you in the last part. Okay, Adesh. I don't know, Dhanush. I didn't see. Yes, I'm not playing Kahoot, guys. If I play Kahoot, you will lose. That's why I'm not playing. Ganesh, have you joined? I'm starting, guys. Ganesh, have you joined? Kohli is here. Kohli. Ganesh, have you joined? Chalo. Anyone still left? I know PK. Anyone still left? Chalo, no one. Let's start. So today's one is informative one, right? So do not expect many things out of it. It's a information based. You can take wild guesses, but at the end of the day, whatever questions you see, keep it in your mind throughout life. Right. So our Kahoot today is on Jal Hi Jeevan Hai. Water is life. So everything is based on water crisis nowadays. So where does the drinking water come from? Such a easy question. If you can't answer this, then there is a problem. Find a lake near by you. Take a snan in that, and then it will be done. So indeed, the correct answer is, all of you should know this. If you can't answer this, then really find water around you, glass of water to jump. Indeed, the correct answer is all of the above. We can get water from desalinated water from oceans. In fact, some countries are already doing it. Chennai might do it soon. IIT Madras has approved it. They have made a machine out of it on that concept. Surface water, yes, river water, surface waters are used for drinking. Groundwater, wells and all are also used for drinking, bore wells. So all of the above is correct. Let's see the score list. This so Kishore is on the top. And this so smiling, so laughing guy or girl is on second. Pranav Sloth. Pranav, if you are a sloth, how are you in top 5? How can Pranav be ahead of Adesh? Chalo, let's see the next one. Chetan is also there. How many people in the world lack access to clean water? How many people in the world don't get access to the clean water? 1 among 8. Among every 8 person, 1 people don't get. Among every 15 people, or sorry, it is wrong. 1 gets in 8, 1 gets in 15, 1 gets in 30, 1 gets in 50. And you should know the number, you should remember the number. The correct answer is A. Out of 8 people in this country or in general world, out of 8 people, only 1 person gets the pure water, right? Only 1 person gets the pure water. Let's see the score list, how it changes. Remember, reminder, today's Kahoot has only 4 questions. So whom do we have here? Adesh. By guess or something, Adesh is on the top. Ashrit, like yesterday, is coming in the top 5. This laughing Buddha is on 3rd. All way, whatever it is, AI Way, whatever, is on second. Michael the Santa Claus is on fourth. Let's see the next one. How many people die every year from waterborne diseases? Again, a number you can guess, but it should be alarming for you. How many people die out of waterborne diseases? How many people die out of waterborne diseases every year in this world? What would you say? And the answer is indeed D. You should, if such question arises, you should always choose the maximum one. If you are smart enough, you will choose the maximum one. Because if somebody is asking you tragedy, you should show it full tragedy, right? The correct answer here is 4800. So the correct answer we have here is 4800. Let's see who is on the podium of top 5. Adesh is out. He's been thrown out. Michael DeSanta, Ashrit, and AI Way is maintaining the lead. Sangeeta and Gautam are also in the top 5. Last question of the day. Last question of the day comes in front of your screen right now. 4 of 4. Last question of the day. Fresh water can be, this is also easy question, can be unsafe for drinking for which of the following reasons? Fresh water can be unsafe for drinking for which of the following reasons? This is also easy question. This is also a very easy question. So I hope the people who don't expect to win every time would be happy today, because today's Kahoot was easy to win. And indeed, the answer is all of the above. It can be infectious by some bacteria, virus, etc., etc. It can be some toxic carcinogenic chemicals present in the water. It can be radiologically hazard if some heavy metal poisoning is there. Right? So all of the above are correct. Let's see the winner list and the podium list. So what do we have here is, we have on the third Ashit. Well played, Ashit. You are rocking since some days. Michael DeSanta Claus is on second, and on the third we have here, first we have here is AI Way, whoever you are. Sangeeta and Adesh finally top 5. Sangeeta and Adesh are in top 5. Chalo, that's all guys. I hope we are done here. If there is still any doubt, you can definitely ask. Yeah. Yes. So just a minute. Ankita, you are there? Can you explain NSR through benzene intermediate mechanism? Yes. Monisha. So Monisha, nothing. Monisha, what do we do here is, first we form a benzene. So Cl as a leaving group leaves like this. You get dehydrohallucination. You get a positive charge here. NH2 minus as a base takes H plus. You get a negative charge here. Positive negative combines to form a double bond. So you get a double bond here. You got a benzene. In the next step, this benzene bond breaks. Carbon gets negative charge. This carbon gets positive charge. Carbocation type. Nucleophile, nitrogen comes and donates its lone pair to carbocation. Since nitrogen donates lone pair, it gets a positive charge. Then nitrogen loses H plus to remove its positive charge. So that carbon minus will take this H plus formed here to form CS bond. Is that clear, Monisha? Tomorrow, most likely, new chapter, Prashant. Yes, you're right. Tomorrow we'll start a new chapter. We'll take one advanced class and all on this. Homework question, screenshot. Yeah, you can take. First homework. Aromaticity in benzene part. Dekho, simple logic is, if you take 3 pi bonds, they are formed by PX-PX overlap. PX-PX, PX-PX, PX-PX. So if PX-PX is already forming the pi bond, then the next pi bond will be formed by PY-PY, like this. So 3 pi bonds are PX-PX-PX, 4th pi bond is PY-PY, out of place. So that pi bond do not go into the resonance with PX-PX, because PX-PX resonance is like this, cyclic. So PY is lying in the horizontal plane and PX-PX are lying in the vertical plane. Understood that, Basan? So it cannot go into the resonance. Kiss topic ka Pratham? Pratham, which topic? There are 5 chapters. One class mein what all you will do? If somebody has any doubts, we can do a doubt solving. Revision mein, so we can't do 5 chapters together na, in one class. In one class, we cannot do 5 chapters together. Some topics, definitely yes. Extra class on your. How many extra classes you can take, man? That's online, man. Yeah, so Ankita, you are there. This is homework 1, this is homework 2. Gokul. Homework 2. Gokul, you have taken the screenshot, I hope. 3. Right? Then in the last, homework 4. Last, homework 5. Clear, Gokul? Gokul, clear? Chalo, good. So Ankita, I'm just seeing your doubts. Ankita, 126, as I said, stereochemistry of elimination we have not done. We'll do it in advanced class. After that, you can do it. For now, you can leave 126. 122, 27 you can do. 1,2-dibromobutane. So you are taking butane 1,2-dibromo. 1,2-dibromobutane and treated it with excess of NaNH2. What will you get? So it's simple, no, Ankita, you'll get butane. Ankita, first you'll get a dehydrohalogenation, HBr eliminated. Then again you'll get a dehydrohalogenation, HBr eliminated. So you should get a triple bond here. What's the answer? I don't see anything happening here. Is that clear? Butadiene, how will you get? How can you get butadiene? Butadiene you'll get 1,2-butadiene. 1,2-butadiene does not exist only. What is 1,2-butadiene? This. How will this be stable? Alkenes are generally not that stable molecule, no? You will not get this. Okay? One more reason is, if you take double bond here, BRH, there is a BR here, let's say, H here. So next, if it loses, the next hydrogen should be lost from here only, right? Dehydrohalogenation, because steric hindrance here will be less. Okay? So there are many reasons you can say, but this so definitely will not be formed. It's not stable. Then what do you have next? This is an alkyne question actually. 164 leave, it is also on stereochemistry. Most of the doubts you have are on stereochemistry only. Stereochemistry of elimination E2 we have not discussed. Anti-periplenarity. This is acetolysis 181. So you have taken Cl, CH3CO minus. I think nothing. I think you should just get a simple substitution OCOCH3. You should get OCOCH3. Acetolysis. Breaking the bond in the presence of just hydrolysis is there, no? Similarly, you are using acetic acid, so acetolysis. You asked 180, yeah. You have circled 181. You have circled 181. C7H8 and treatment with 3 moles of chlorine and heat. You get A, bromine and Fe. You get B, zinc in HCl. You get C. So C7H8 can be a toluene, first of all. It can be a toluene. From the options also it's clear. Then you are heat treating it with chlorine in the presence of heat. So I think you may get trichloromethyl toluene. Heat के presence of free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism will do side chain hallucination because the free radical here will be stable. Benzyl free radical will be stable by resonance. So you'll get free radical reaction A. Then bromine in the presence of iron as catalyst, electrophilic substitution reaction. It is electron withdrawing group, so it is meta-directing. So CCl3, bromine should come to meta position. Then RBr in the presence of zinc HCl. What can you get? Zinc HCl. Is the answer B, Ankita? I think it should be B. You'll get toluene back. Is the answer B? Yes, correct. So you remember RBr, if you treat it with LiAlH4 or any metal acid or RX generally, so you get RH, alkanes. We have done it in preparation of alkanes. So this is just like alkanes, so all Cl will be substituted by hydrogen. Matlab from halide you are getting a alkane. You cannot do it for bromine because bromine is attached to benzene. Aryl part, not alkyl part. Sorry. So you will get Br as it is. So meta-bromotoluene. Okay? You will get meta-bromotoluene. Is that clear? Now 166, 165, 168. Which one you wanted to know? All three? 165 again you can leave. It's also on stereochemistry of elimination. 166 you wanted, right? Predict the most likely mechanisms of the reaction 2-iodohexane with sodium ethoxide. So 2-iodohexane. 2-iodohexane with the sodium ethoxide, ETONA. You will get ETONA is a strong base. You can get both. You will get either E2 or SN2. E2 and SN2. E2 and SN2. C. You will get C, Ankita, because ETO minus is a good base, strong base also. So secondary में elimination probability is tertiary में more secondary than primary. So secondary elimination can take place, right? So ETO minus is a good base also, good nucleophile also. So it can substitute also to give you OET. It can do elimination also because it's a good base also. So both. It will be SN2 because negatively charged strong nucleophile. It will be E2 because the base is strong. It cannot be E1 and SN1. Okay? Because the nucleophile and base is strong. Both good base and हाँ ना ETO minus negative charge मतलब good nucleophile. And ETO minus definitely RO minus are good bases also. If you ask which is more, I would say elimination is more. E2 is more probable than if they had given heat, then definitely elimination only. Okay, but here SN2 E2 both will occur 50-50 or 51 E2 49 SN2 like that. Okay, 168 also, but that question is not clear. 168. I think after this there is no question, I guess. That's only. Is it clear now, Ankita? There are some questions on stereochemistry of E2 that we will discuss when we finish the stereochemistry of E2, right? I hope that is clear. Is that clear, Ankita? I don't see. You have sent now. Just a minute. This is also same stereochemistry of E2. E2 a stereochemistry you can skip. I told you, na, it is anti-periplenarity. We'll discuss it in advanced class. We have not done the mechanism stereochemistry of E2. So stereochemistry of E2 ke questions for now you can leave. I will do it before your test. Don't worry. For sure, I'll do it before your test. Okay? That is also on stereochemistry of E2. Is that fine, Ankita? I know there are 3-4 questions which I have not told you, but they are on E2 stereochemistry, so you can skip them. Is there any feature about potassium tertiary? Of course, potassium tertiary butoxide. How many times should I tell? What is potassium butoxide? How many times should I tell? Tell me first. This is very bad. So potassium tertiary butoxide is a bulky base. Bulky base means it is strong base. And I had told clearly it always gives E2 elimination and takes less hindered proton. Hoffman product takes less hindered proton. We have done this in detail, no? Iska pura application I have taught you in Hoffman SETJEF also. Where will you get Hoffman product when you have bulky base? Yes, correct. It will take the proton from the side where less hindrance is there. Simple, because it is bulky. That's what you should remember. Chalo. Take care, Ankita. Have a good day ahead. Shreya was also waiting along with you. Right, Shreya? Shreya was waiting along the lines. Yeah, commonly we can discuss. Chalo, let me end this here. Take care all of you till then. Do well, study well. May God bless you all.